Howdy heretics, and welcome to Goat Farming with Prince Charming, your favorite hillbilly. And today I'm going to show you how to use terrible silage, because I have some silage that's moldy and I don't know if it's good for the goats. Well, obviously they shouldn't eat it, but they eat it anyway. So I took it down here and gonna separate the good from the bad. I put the bad on my left side. And so what can you do with crappy silage? Well, actually, if you look at this, this is the paddock where I keep my goats in the summer. So there's a nice fence around. And I thought, you know, all my goats were born this year in January. So normally I have the kids here in the summer so I can protect them. But they'll be big by then. They grow up so fast. So I will just use this land to grow potatoes. Because, you know, the crisis, I really need some food now. Can't buy it anymore. And you can actually use, and this is a good tip. My father used to do it. In American they call it Ruth Stout Method. You basically just cover your land with newspapers or something so you don't tilt or anything. And that's good for the environment because you're feeding the microbes. So I can show you the silage. Irina, you see here? See closely on this. And there's most of it's inside, so it's warm inside. It started fermenting and doesn't really smell good. So if I would just leave this now, yeah, you can see this. I don't know if the colors work on this phone. So this is just getting worse and worse and worse because it's fermenting inside and it's actually warm in here. So if I would leave it for 2 days, all of it is spoiled. So I'm gonna separate it and see if I can salvage the good stuff, but all the bad stuff I will use for covering, so we'll make more videos later. But this crappy stuff now, that's what we're gonna use to grow potatoes. Lazy pioneer potatoes, like my father used to do. So it took a while to separate the moldy silage from the good silage. You see the pile behind me here? That's the good silage and that's the moldy silage. And what would have happened if I didn't do this? I'm glad you asked. Well, it was fermenting, it was warm in the middle of the bale, so it would all be destroyed within 24 hours. But now you see all this, it's cooling down, the stuff I have behind me. So it won't ferment because it's refrigerator temperature outside. It's not really that cold. The snow will disappear in a week or two. And this is a magic time in Norway. It's Easter. Well, technically it's magic, like literally magic, but it's also a magic time because we have snow everywhere, but it's warm outside. So it's like you can walk around almost naked and just enjoy life. So you always see newspaper articles where it says that farmers in Minnesota threw away a big amount of corn while poor children in Africa are starving. And that's a false dilemma because it actually has nothing to do with each other. It would be like saying children in Africa basking in the sun while poor Minnesotan farmers freezing their asses off. It has nothing to do with each other. In fact, a farmer, this is made from sunshine and carbon dioxide. So if a Minnesotan farmer throws this away on his land because there's no market for it, it just goes into the soil and go back. So it's 100% natural, and the carbon dioxide that was harvested during the year will accumulate in the ground, and it's actually a good thing. So whenever we talk about food waste, that food should not be wasted, it's a big difference from when Walmart throw away food that's already been processed and packed in plastic and already been transported to a big city center where there are local hillbillies that could, no, not hillbillies, hobos, kind of the same thing, hobos that could eat it. So this is the area where I'm gonna grow potato. I'm gonna use the moldy stuff and grow what, according to what Americans called the Ruth Stout Method, which I call the lazy pioneer method, because you just put it out and get a lot of potatoes, and it's really good for the soil. The most important on a farm is microbes and sun and dirt. So all of this will turn into microbes and will turn into dirt. So you can see next video, or in the summer we will grow the potatoes. So just please join the herd, be a part of the great crowd of subscribers, and I will see you in the next episode. So see you in paradise.